Jesse Williams once said, "Now what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. Police brutality is something that's far too common, especially here in America. When you look at the source, the counted, they look at unarmed people killed by police. For black people, it's 31.9%, but for white people, it's just 15%. That's more than twice as many black people than white people that are killed by police. And you're probably wondering, what happens to these officers? Well, conviction rate for officers is 32%, but for the general public, it's 69%. And incarceration rates for police officers is 38%, while for the public, it's just 70% according to the box. Now, the three examples I want to talk about are Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, and Sandra Bland. Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old boy who was playing in the park with a toy BB gun. A man called 911 saying that he's probably a juvenile, the gun was probably fake, but he was going around scaring people. But according to the Washington Post, that message was never relayed to the police officers. Officer Lohan and his partner showed up to the scene, and according to Officer Lohan, he yelled, "Drop that weapon," and when young Tamir Rice didn't, he shot him. A video later surfaced which showed that Officer Lohan's statement was in fact false. Now, according to the Washington Post, less than 2 seconds went by when Officer Lohan showed up to the scene and shot young Tamir Rice. Now, a young boy lost his life, and an officer got to walk free. From Ohio to New York, police brutality can be found anywhere. Eric Garner was selling single legal cigarettes when he was stopped by police. When the police tried to arrest him, he refused and yelled, "Please don't touch me," according to the New York Times. The officer then radioed in, and 4 other police officers came for backup. They then put him in a legal chokehold. A video later surfaced which showed Eric Garner yelling, I can't breathe," before his body laid still on the floor. According to the New York Times, Eric Garner yelled it 11 times before his body lay dead, and minutes were going by before oxygen was even given to him. And the only person who was arrested throughout this entire case was a man who filmed it, Ramsey Orta. Now, even a traffic stop can be deadly. A Texas state trooper stopped young Sandra Bland for a failure to use her signal when she was just trying to move out of the way for the officer. When he went up to her window, he asked her to please put out her cigarette. When she refused, he asked her to please step out of the car. She did, and they got into a slight argument which later led to an arrest on assault charges. And 3 days later, she was found dead in her cell. Now, according to the officers, they said that she hung herself. But when her mugshot surfaced around the internet, it was believed otherwise. When you look at her mugshot, her shoulders are straight, but when you're standing, they're slanted. Her hair was falling back, and her face was sunken in. Now, it's not proven that she was dead in her mugshot, but what is proven is that she lost her life at the hands of police. The people who were sworn to protect her, she was in their custody. Police brutality is something that is all too common, especially for African Americans, but we can put an end to this. As these bodies lay dead on the floor, they become nothing but a hashtag, something for us to retweet and put RIP. But there is so much more than that. They are a brother, a father, and a husband. And they are a daughter. They all lost their lives far too early at the hands of police. This very people who swore to protect us. Now, Sarah O'Neill once said in a poem called An Overreaction, "Our bodies are threats well before they are human."